Joe Wicks, also known as the Body Coach, joined James Martin on Saturday morning to discuss his whirlwind career since posting fitness YouTube videos during the worldwide pandemic lockdown. During his career, Joe has published 11 books and amassed 11 million followers throughout his social media. Whilst discussing the inspiration and his love for sports and exercise, Joe opened up about his tough childhood and how his parents' issues encouraged him to feel more determined. Introducing Joe to the show, James revealed he would be making a homemade chicken burger with clotted cream burger buns. Whilst cooking, he asked Joe, "So where does your love of doing what you do come from? Was it practice when you were a kid? Or were you always into sport as a youngster because you talked about your family and your upbringing? It wasn't easy for you?" Joe explained, "Yeah, what I realized now looking back, and obviously I have just filmed a documentary around parental mental health. My mom and dad had severe mental health issues, but with my mom, it manifested into OCD and eating disorders, but my dad was a drug addict from a very young age. He was in and out of rehab and for drug addiction, and as a kid, that is really difficult to go through. So I look back now, and I remember exercise, P.E. after school clubs, and all these things were my way of letting out all this frustration and tension that I had around things," he revealed. Joe continued, "So it definitely was my therapy, and even now, today when I am feeling stressed, exercise is the one thing that I turn to release that. It brings me back to the present moment, and I really feel the mental health benefits of exercise." Intrigued by his passion, James continued, "But people in your position of loving sport and doing what you do and things like that. It was always the whole thing of exercise and P.E. that fascinated you, wasn't it? I was going to become a P.E. teacher, that was my goal," Joe admitted. "I went to university to do a sports science degree, but I realized I didn't quite have the patience to be a teacher or be a teaching assistant. I thought, what can I do in fitness, and I went and became a personal trainer, and that was the start of my journey." Joe has previously opened up about his relationship with his father, recently calling him his best friend and exploring the incredible bond they have with one another. After recently announcing his wife Rosie's pregnancy with their third child, he said the mistakes his own father made during his childhood taught him to be the best dad for his children. Speaking to The Sun, he explained, "When your father is absent as a young kid, it makes you want to be stable. When you're a kid, all you want is someone to be there and be supportive. It's made me be very committed to Rosie for one, and to work through stuff. If we have an argument, I don't want to drag it out. When things get tough, I don't want to go, let's not chat and let's not talk and argue. I'd try to work through it instead, because I want the kids to see that we can argue, and you can work through it." James Martin Saturday Morning airs Saturday from 9:30 a.m. on ITV.